I saw this video. It was on Facebook, but I saw it on Bat's channel. And I know I might get some people mad at me for what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to say. But I don't care. I've sit here and thought about this. Should I not? But this cop is whining about how terrible it is to be on the police department, and he's going to quit now. And he's been there for 10 years. I don't care. I don't care. If you would have started doing something 10 years ago when you joined the police department to help correct things, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. You and a bunch of the other cops, I assume this cop thinks he's a good cop. We know how many of those there are. Well, let's get on with the video, and I'm telling you now, I'm probably going to interrupt the heck out of this video.
I thought long and hard about whether or not I should even make a video, but feel like that today we all kind of need to understand where law enforcement is and the crusade against us that is weighing on every officer's heart in America right now. But it's devastating to be a police officer right now and to know what's going on and how people feel about you and the things that you do in this job, the sacrifices you make. That there's a lot that would rather see you dead just because of the uniform that you wear. There's a bad day coming for us. It is, if we don't get a hold of this now.
It's your fault. It's all your fault. Every dang one of you that does not step up to the plate and fight against bad cops, it's all yours. It's all on you.
Of course, it is, if we don't get a hold of this now. But today I did something that was really hard. I put in my notice, and this is the end of me being a cop after 10 years, and I just can't take it anymore.
Let me get my hanky.
I'm done with it. It's been one of the best decisions I've ever made, was getting in law enforcement. But there's a lot that goes along with it that y'all don't know about, and that's what I'm going to tell you about today. There's a lot of sacrifices that we make, a lot of sacrifices that our family has to make. Being married to a cop is probably...
How many of you that are parents, or not parents but married, don't make sacrifices? We all make sacrifices for our families.
One of the hardest jobs in the world. You don't know the torment that they go through, wondering if their loved one's gonna come home, or if today's gonna be the day they're going to tell their kids that their dad didn't come home or their mother ain't coming home, and they're going to have to live without them. They hear all the negative things that are said about the...
I guess he doesn't know what it's like to be a parent or a family man or a husband that's not a police. We all have to worry about our loved ones not coming home. The kid that used to live behind us was killed by a cop. He didn't come home. How about all these others? We've been putting it up, all the people that have, talking about the people that have been beaten up by the cops, killed by the cops, put in comas by the cops, falsely arrested by the cops. He doesn't get upset about that now, does he? What he's upset about is he's going to quit now because he can't take it no more.
Police officers in general, and it scares them. They don't know if somebody's going to come by their house and kill them. They don't know if when you're out in public shopping, just getting your groceries, that somebody's going to attack them, attack your family just because you are a cop. I've sent my daughter to school to come home crying and tell me that they hated me because I was white and a police officer. That hurts, because you don't know how to tell a child that's in kindergarten that people don't they just don't care.
Now that I sympathize with, but kids that aren't cops have to put up with a lot of stuff too. Some of them get picked on, bullied around. And how do you explain it to him? He's acting like it's just because he's a cop. All this stuff is wrong. Everything's because he's a cop, and everybody hates him. Because I do sympathize with the family, though.
What else do you tell them? I don't know. The nightmares that come along with this job, you can't imagine. The human body is not meant, or the human mind is not meant to see the things that we see. And some of us see it on a daily basis, some of us don't. Bigger cities see a lot more of it than we do here in these rural areas, but we still have our fair share of it. It's hard. They tell you don't take the job home with you, but you still take it home with you. You can't just shut it off. You can't not think about it. I've made it hard on my wife, on my kids, on my mother, my father, and the rest of my family. For 10 years, because I haven't been able to go out in the real world and have fun the way that the rest of the world does, because I worry constantly about what could happen. Can't take my kids out on the water on a boat because I'm constantly scared that something's going to happen. They're going to fall off, they're going to drown, the boat's going to catch on fire. I mean, just anything. I worry about them whenever they...
Wait. He won't go out with his family because of they might fall off the boat, get hurt some way. We all have to worry about that. It doesn't have anything to do with being police.
They go away with their grandparents, whether or not they're going to make it to the house or they're going to be involved in a fatal wreck. Those are things that normal parents don't think about constantly like I do. You don't know what it's like to wake up 5 or 6 times.
He is so full of BS. He is so wrapped up in everything bad in his life is because he was a police officer, but yet he loves being a police officer. You're thinking the way your family's going through that because you decided you wanted to be a police officer, and it was more important for you to be a police officer than for your family to have a normal life, I guess you might want to say.
Times a night to go check on your kids because you've had bad nightmares and you just want to make sure that they're both still alive, that something didn't happen while they're asleep. It takes its toll on you. Those are just some of the minor things. But at some point, you say it's enough. And I'm at that point. I've hit enough.
Now, let's find, I doubt if we will find out if he actually quits or if he just playing this up to get sympathy for the police across this country for what they're going through. I bet he didn't get this upset about all those other people that he's seen get hurt by cops. It only takes a few good cops to get rid of a whole bunch of bad cops. But I bet he hasn't done one. Now, I don't know that for a fact, but there is so few cops out there that have actually made an effort to get rid of the bad cops that I feel pretty confident that I can say him and just about any cop I ever meet hasn't done anything to fix the problem. And if you see the way the police are working or are acting now with all this going on, they're just making it worse. And they don't care. God. I don't know what else to say about this. I feel for his family, but I don't feel for him at all. And I probably already said this, but if it was so important, his job, he would have been helping get rid of those bad cops. And he didn't, I'm sure. And for any cops out there that watch this, I really don't care if you're mad. But if your job means that much to you, get off your butt. Go out there and start helping get rid of bad cops. Get out there and get your ego in check. Pay attention to the laws and the Constitution. Don't arrest people because they didn't kiss your butt. No retaliation like that. If somebody's not doing anything illegal, leave them the hell alone. It's none of your business. If you see another cop doing things that they shouldn't be doing, illegal, unconstitutional, immoral, or just plain just not right, then stop them. They took the oath of office. They pledged the oath to uphold the Constitution. They pledged the oath to uphold the laws. Nobody told them they get to go out and kick people's ass and kill people, innocent people, and just generally pain in the asses because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel like they're strong, manly, and better than everybody else. You guys ain't no better than anybody else. In fact, remember, you're the servant, not the master. All right, guys. This is P&P News. I'm out of here. And if I pissed you off, oh well.